guys, it's me, Kelly. Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we are going to have the TBR jar choose what I am going to read for February. These are my favorite videos to film just because I anticipate some really good reads hopefully during the month, and I know last month I had really good picks and I finished my whole TBR, so I'm excited to see what are going to be the next reads for the month of February. I thought I would start off this video with a quick little January wrap-up, kind of like a quick fire of the rating I gave each book. I did read every single book on my January TBR, so if you've seen that video of what books I chose, I read every single one, and now I'm gonna give my ratings because I don't think I talked too much about all the books on my channel, just kind of about what I've been reading, but not any concrete ratings so far. So we're gonna do a quick fire of each book and make it really quick so we can get into the TBR jar. The first book I started in January was The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. I rated this a 4 stars. The next book I read in January was Reckless by Elsie Silver. This is the 4th book in the Chestnut Springs series. This is Theo and Winter little story, and I rated this a 4.25. Next, I literally finished this like in one day. This is Everything by Nicola Yoon. I rated this a 3.25. This is like a YA romance type book. I actually don't have a physical copy of this book, but this is A Curse for True Love. This is the final book in the Once Upon a Broken Heart series by Stephanie Garber, and maybe because I'm 25 and YA fantasy sometimes doesn't hit how it should, I don't know, or because I spread out all 3 books between the last 3 years, this did not hit for me, so I gave it a 3.25. Second to last book I read in January was Behind the Net by Stephanie Archer. This is part of the Vancouver Storm series. This is actually the first book, and I rated it a 4-star, it says, but I feel like thinking back, maybe I'm gonna raise it to a 4.25 because I loved this book so much. It's such a cute hockey romance and definitely has some giggly, cutesy parts in this book, so definitely excited to read the next book in the series. And the last and final book that I finally read was A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas, and I rated this a 4-star. I definitely read it within like a week, not even. It was a couple days. I sped read. I just quickly ran through it as fast as I could. It was very addictive, but my only point being, why watery bowels? That's all I want to know. Why? That's the only thing. Also, Farah kind of irritates me, but I am going to continue the series and see what's going to happen, why everyone loves this. This definitely was okay, not my favorite, but a 4-star rating. Now we are gonna get into the TBR jar, what you all have been waiting for. I am super excited. I definitely put some new prompts in here, but I totally forgot what I put in because I did it in like middle of January. I was like, I want to add new prompts, and then I forget what they are. So I also don't have my pen that I usually start with, so I'm hoping these are mixed up and I don't know what's in here. I mean, I can't, yeah. So basically how this works, I'm gonna choose a prompt, I'm gonna choose a book on my shelf. Some of the books I've read, some of the books I haven't, they're kind of mixed. I don't have a TBR cart, it's kind of just, I know which books I read and which books I haven't read, so that's kind of how it goes. So I'm also trying to read my physical books because I kind of went crazy at the end of last year buying a lot of books, so I want to read majority of them before I buy new books or go and get a book or go to the library, anything like that. I try to focus on my physical TBR before going out into the wild. Alright, so we're gonna pick 6 books, so we're gonna pick 6 prompts today and see what we get. Okay, prompt number 1. A title that begins with S. Alright, so the 3 books I picked for a book that starts with S, I have Spin the Dawn by Elizabeth Lim. This is a YA fantasy series, it looks like, and it is about a girl in a disguise, 3 legendary dresses, the competition of a lifetime. Maya Tamarin dreams of becoming the greatest dressmaker in the land. When a royal messenger summons her father to court, she sees an opportunity. Once a tailor of great renown, her father is too infirm to travel, so Maya poses as his son and travels to the palace in his place. She knows her life is forfeit if her secret is discovered. As a woman, she'd never be allowed to compete. The competition's cutthroat, and her task is complicated by Eden, the court enchanter, whose piercing eyes seem to see straight through Maya's disguise. But nothing could prepare her for the final challenge, to sew 3 magical gowns. That sounds pretty interesting. Okay. We have Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. It says, he murdered women in cold blood. He terrorized an entire city. He taunted those of us who hunted them down. But despite all these horrors, in the end, I could not deny it. I was the girl who loved the Ripper. That's interesting. And then this one I've been kind of like looking at. But this is Serafina by Rachel Hartman. Serafina is a half-dragon descended from a dragon mother who took human form and a father who has no particular fondness of Serafina's kind. Not that anyone else does either. Hers is a world where dragons and humans live and work side by side. But below the surface, tensions, hostilities are on the rise. As the two uncover... Serafina guards her true nature with all of her being, but when a member of the royal family is brutally murdered, she's suddenly thrusted into a spotlight, drawn into the investigation alongside the dangerous, perceptive Prince Lucian. Okay, so all of them are very like fantasy-esque, and I'm interested in all 3. I'm pretty sure these 2 are part of a series. And I'm trying to finish series. Is this part of a series? These 2 have 2 books in their series. This has like 4 or 5. So I don't want to start a new series. Even if they're like interconnected standalone, I think I'm gonna set this off to the side. Even though I'd love to read because I love Carrie Maniscalco. But I think I'm gonna lean more towards Spin the Dawn. Yes, I still have a sticker on here. I bought it literally for less than $3 at Books A Million. And I think I've had it for over a year now, so I think I want to read it and see how it is. Definitely why was it a bargain book? Because usually bargain books sometimes are not the best books, but I do want to read it just to see how I feel about it. So we're going to choose Spin the Dawn by Elizabeth Lim for my first book. Book number 2. I'm gonna pick somewhere in the middle, maybe? This one. One word title. Okay, well that's great because I could finish the Chestnut Springs. I could finish that. Here are the 3 books. We could put Serafina back because I am very interested and would love to read this soon because the cover looks great. I thrifted this book and like it sounds really interesting. I also could finish the Chestnut Springs series and read Hopeless since I read Reckless last month by Elsie Silver. Or I could continue the series of Hush Hush because I found Crescendo at the thrift store, so I could continue the series. I think I want to finish the series. That's my goal, is finishing series, and I think I'm going to choose Hopeless by Elsie Silver. This is about Bo Eaton. He is our military hero in the small town of Chestnut Springs. And Bailey Jansen, who is an outcast bartender, a shy girl from the wrong side of the tracks. He's 35 and she's 22. Age gap. There we go. This is it. This is what I'm picking. Okay, let's pick number 3 on the TBR. That one was a quick one. We're gonna choose, Boyfriend Wreck. So we gotta ask Austin what book I should read. We're gonna He's in the other room, so hold on. We're gonna go ask him real quick. He's doing some homework, so. Okay, so here's Austin. Say hi to the camera. This is the boyfriend.
No.
He hasn't been on the channel in a while.
Who?
I mean, besides me vlogging. But he's gonna recommend me something. I told him he can either choose something that's on my shelves or his own personal recommendation, but he doesn't read, so.
I could recommend a dictionary to go through.
Please no.
Thanks.
So, I'll tell you if I've read it or not, but. I mean, hopefully you know.
Did you already read Ace of Shades?
No.
Is this a series?
I don't know.
The duck goes. Did you read As Old as Time?
No.
What if Belle's mother cursed the beast?
This is part of a series.
This looks like it's also part of a series.
Well, they're like retellings, fairy tale retellings. Yeah, Twisted
I like
Tale.
this one.
You want to pick that one?
Yeah, strong, independent woman.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Austin,
What's that? How is that a problem?
Austin's gonna pick As Old as Time by Liz Braswell, A Twisted Tale.
Wait, you have 2 copies of Ace of
No,
Spades.
that's Ace of Spades. That's Ace
Oh.
of Shades.
I can't even read titles. That's
Oh
amazing.
my gosh. Anyways, Austin's choosing As Old as Time, A Twisted Tale by Liz Braswell as the book recommendation.
What if the beast was handsomer than the prince, though?
Well, I guess going with the beast. This feels heavy, doesn't it? Like,
Oh yeah, it's lead lined. Just kidding. I think they just use a lot of glue.
maybe. It's heavy. Alright, there's his pick. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, love you.
Now this is my show now.
No. I think this is a great pick because I just read A Court of Thorns and Roses, which is a Beauty and the Beast retelling technically. So there we go, As Old as Time. All right, we're halfway there. We got 3 books. We need 3 more. This one says, ooh, a trope, which the trope is Grumpy X Sunshine. I might have to do a little bit of research to figure out which of these have that trope, so hold on one second. I looked at a list on Goodreads, and I don't know how accurate it is for Grumpy Sunshine, but the 2 books I saw on that list was The Simple Wild by K.A. Tucker. This is part of a series, I believe. Calla Fletcher wasn't even 2 when her mother took her and fled Alaska, unable to handle the isolation of the extreme rural lifestyle, leaving behind Calla's father. Ren Fletcher is in the process. Oh, so they left their dad behind. Calla never looked back, and at 26, a busy life in Toronto is all she knows. She meets Jonah, the unkempt, obnoxious Alaskan pilot who helps keep her father's charter plane company operational. Can't imagine calling anywhere else home. He's clearly waiting with one hand on the throttle to fly the city girl back to where she belongs. That's The Simple Wild. I don't think I'm going to choose this book. I'm thinking more of this book because, again, continuing a series, trying to finish series this year. This is Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. This is the 2nd book in the Dreamland Billionaire series, and this is with Declan, who is one of the sons of, like, his grandfather was, like, the owner of, like, Disneyland, basically, or the Dreamland. And he passed away, and in his will, each of the brothers have to do something. Each of the grandchildren have to do something in order to be part of the Dreamland company. So this is about Declan. He's supposed to be the next CEO, but yeah, his grandfather's inheritance clause, fulfilling his dying wish of getting married and having an heir, seemed impossible until my assistant volunteered for the job. Our marriage of convenience was supposed to be the perfect solution to my problem. Okay, marriage and convenience trope, Grumpy Sunshine maybe? Who knows? Then we have Iris. She's the one who's planning to marry Declan, moving together, all of that. she wasn't planning on falling in love, but she does. So we're gonna put this one, Terms and Conditions, the second book. And I love that we're finishing up some series for this month. So now we have 2 more. There we go. We have a book with purple, pink, or red on it. Perfect for Valentine's Day. I remember putting this in for Valentine's Day. I feel like February is a very romance heavy month because of Valentine's Day. So the 2 that I chose was Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. This is I don't think it's a series, right? But it's like her STEM like books. Like Love Hypothesis, Love Theoretically. I have never read an Ali Hazelwood book, so I feel like this just screams like Valentine's Day because of the pink and love. Yeah, I picked this because I really want to read it. It's Tangled Up in You by Christina Lauren. It's a Rapunzel retelling, but I already have a fairy tale retelling, so I'm kind of leaning more towards Love on the Brain, given more Valentine vibes for sure. We're gonna choose Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. This is what it's about. Bee's theory was right. Forcing a scientist to work with her nemesis triggers explosive results. Like an averaging purple-haired Jedi, bringing balance to the main mansplained universe, Bee, I'm not even going to try to pronounce the last name, lives by a simple code. What would Marie Curie do? If NASA offered Marie her dream neuroengineering project, she would accept without hesitation. Duh, but the mother of modern physics never had to co-lead with Levi Ward. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Alright, our last and final book for the month of February. Try to mix them up a little bit. I want this one. Okay. A sports romance. I don't even know if I have any more sports romance on my TBR. I don't think I do have any more sports romance. I'm gonna just keep this off to the side because I'll throw it back in, but we're gonna pick another one. Just because I don't have any sports romance on here that I can see, so I can pick another. A mythology retelling, which is great because I believe I have one. I have The Song of Achilles. This was a very popular book talk book in, I don't even know, like 2020, 2021. I literally thrifted this copy and I heard it's kind of sad, so I feel like this is kind of a good addition to the TBR because of I have a lot of lovey-dovey books, so I feel like this would be a good book to add. So we have The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. Let's do a quick fire of all the books that I have for my February TBR and the prompts that they go with. We have The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. This is a mythology retelling. Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. This is for a book with red, pink, purple on the cover for Valentine's Day. For a book with a grumpy sunshine trope, we have Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. For a boyfriend recommendation, Austin chose As Old as Time by Liz Braswell. For a one-word title, we have Hopeless by Elsie Silver. And a book that starts with the letter S, we have Spin the Dawn by Elizabeth Lim. And here is all the books for the month of February. I'm super excited. I feel like a good mix of fantasy and romance, and mostly fantasy and romance, so I'm super excited to read these during the month of February. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure you subscribe. I post videos once a week, whether it's book-related content, vlogs, lifestyle, kind of anything I'm in the mood for. That's kind of what I post, so you should subscribe. That's about it. Thanks for watching. Bye!